Good morning, everybody. Today's math is gonna feel a little bit like a vacation. Why? Because it's easy. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're gonna have a ton of problems like this. 7,000 times 500. Now, you look at that and go, oh man, that's really big. It's not a problem. You're gonna take these 3 zeros and these 2 zeros, and you're going to forget them for a little bit. And all you're going to do is multiply the numbers that are not zeros. 7 times 5 is 35. Then you're just going to put all these zeros back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put in your commas. That's it. This happens every time you have numbers that end in zeros. Even if it's just like 30 times 90, you ignore these two for a second and you just do the 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. And then you plunk your 2 zeros back in there. Now, if you get something like 20 times 50, which is going to make its own zero, I'll show you what I mean by that. You got 1, 2 zeros here. You do the 2 times 5 is 10. Then you're going to add these 2 zeros to it. So you end up with 3. The reason why you get 3 is you get this from doing the 2 times the 5, and then these make these 2 down there. Easy? Easy. There is one more thing to go over. They go over powers of 10. So what powers of 10 are this. So 10 to the second power. What this means is take the number 10 and multiply it by itself 2 times. So 10 to the second power means 10 times 10. And from your times tables, you know that 10 times 10 is 100. So what would 10 to the third mean? 10 to the third means take the number 10, multiply it by itself 3 times. 10 times 10 times 10. We can use our trick where we just forget about the zeros and go 1 times 1 times 1. Well, that's 1. And now we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 0. Whoa, that's 4 zeros. I can count. I swear I can count. It's always good when your math teacher can count. 1,000. So 10 to the fourth. That means 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. It's 10 times itself 4 times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 10s here. So ignore your zeros. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, that's just 1. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Your answer is 10,000. So when I see 10 to the fourth or 10 to the third or 10 to the 2, there's a shortcut. And the shortcut is it is 1 with 2 zeros, 1 with 3 zeros, 1 with 4 zeros. So if I had 10 to the 7th, I can get that really quickly. It's just 1 with 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My answer is 10 million. Now, what they're going to do with that is they are going to give you a problem like 8 times 10 to the third. Well, it's really easy. You know that 10 to the third means 1 with 3 zeros. And now you're just going to do 8 times that. So 8 times your 1 is 8, and then plunk in your 3 zeros. That's an ugly 0. Just like that. Okay. They will try and make it confusing, and they'll do things like 2 times 10 to the fourth times 3. All you have to do is 10 to the fourth means 1 with 4 zeros. And then I just like rewriting it. It makes it really simple. Now I can ignore my zeros. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And then I'm going to put down 4 zeros after it. So it becomes 6 with 4 zeros. 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4. My answer is going to be 60,000. That is all there is to your homework. Let me double check real quickly. They will do something like this, but it's not a big deal. 130 times 5. I'm going to forget about the 0 for a second. I'm going to do 13 times 5 off here to the side. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. And now I'm going to plunk that 0 back in there. My answer is 650. Okay, so if a number ends in a 0, you can just forget it for a while, pretend like it's not even there. You're going to do the 13 times 5, get your answer, and then pop that 0 back in. All there is to it. Here are the answers to your reteach page. We're doing 3-2 today, and here's the answer to your practice page. Good luck.